What if aliens made first contact and refused to meet the global powers? For generations, humanity has asked the same question. Are we alone? The question appears in books, in films, in speeches delivered with orchestral music. It is usually followed by an assumption that when contact finally happens, it will happen somewhere important. First contact. It begins quietly. No invasion, no announcement, no countdown. Unidentified aerial objects appear over Africa. Not one country, not one capital, multiple regions. They do not land, they do not attack, they hover. Calmly, consistently, persistently. And almost immediately, the global conversation is not, "Are we alone?" but "Why Africa?" The first official response. The African Union calls a press conference. No sirens, no evacuation orders, a podium, flags, several leaders standing side by side. The statement is brief. AU spokesperson: "We acknowledge the presence of non-human entities in African airspace. Communication has been established. There is no immediate threat." There is a pause. The media is stunned. Cameras flash, hands rise. The question that matters most, international journalist: when do you plan to involve the United States? The room goes quiet, not tense, just uncertain. The spokesperson glances down, then back up. A U spokesperson: "The entities are currently in Africa, not in the United States. We will address this matter as Africans." Another pause. Then evenly: "I do not recall a time the United States shared the extraterrestrials it keeps in Area 51. Silence. Media meltdown headlines appear within minutes. Africa refuses to share aliens. Global powers excluded from first contact. Is Africa hoarding extraterrestrials? Panels assemble rapidly. 6 commentators. No scientists. Panelist 1. This is extremely concerning. Panelist 2. Why would aliens choose Africa? Panelist 3. This could destabilize the global order. The Chiron updates. Breaking. Are aliens racist? The Security Council meets. An emergency session is convened. Round table. Dark suits. Grave expressions. A statement is prepared. Official statement: "We urge the unidentified entities to engage with recognized global powers. Who recognizes whom is not clarified. The aliens do not respond. This is documented and interpreted." Sanctions, somehow. A delegate suggests pressure. Pressure becomes policy. Sanctions are announced. Africa is temporarily restricted from certain imports, restricted from certain exports, suspended from international sporting events until it agrees to disclose alien communications, allow Western observers share access. This marks the first time in recorded history a continent is sanctioned for not explaining a conversation it did not initiate. Africa seeks clarity. A journalist asks how Africa will respond. African leader: "Let me understand." Aliens arrive above our countries. They speak to us. And the solution is to punish us. Another leader adds, "We are being sanctioned for aliens we did not invite." The unexpected consequence: migration back. Something unexpected follows. As sanctions tighten, as travel becomes complicated, movement begins, not out of Africa, into it. Across Europe, North America, and parts of Asia, people of African descent begin returning. Quietly, gradually, then visibly. Flights fill. Ports grow busy, not with panic, with intention. On the news, it is framed carefully. Temporary relocation trends. Coincidental migration patterns. Online, the phrasing is less cautious. If something is happening, It's happening there. Sports, where it becomes personal. International sports organizations comply. African teams are suspended. A commentator hesitates. Sports analyst, politics should not mix with sports. Except in situations involving aliens. Fans are confused, players are confused, the aliens remain unbothered. The tantrum phase. At the Security Council, patience erodes. Anonymous official, we are not threatening force, but escalation remains an option. A quieter voice asks, against Africa or the aliens? No answer is given. A statement is released anyway. Failure to engage will have consequences. The aliens do not respond. Media theory, spiral with no alien response, media fills the silence. Aggressively. Theory 1. The aliens are poor and feel more comfortable in developing regions. Theory 2. Africa is closer to Earth's spiritual energy. Theory 3. The aliens are ancient Africans returning. Theory 4. This is a prank. One network launches a special. What if Africa is lying? No evidence is presented. The shift to denial. The tone changes. Anchors speak calmly. There is no verified evidence of extraterrestrial activity in Africa. Panels nod. This may be an elaborate hoax that has gone on too far. A graphic appears. No evidence equals no aliens. The absence of Western access is reframed as proof nothing is happening. What the aliens are actually doing. Meanwhile, the aliens meet. Linguists, historians, farmers, community elders. They ask about conflict resolution, survival, cooperation. They do not ask for weapons, leaders, markets. This information leaks. It is labeled unverified. Area 51. Again. A journalist asks, why should Africa share alien contact when Area 51 has never been explained? The response is immediate. That's different. No clarification follows.
At no point does anyone ask what the aliens want. No task force is formed to understand their intentions. No committee investigates why Africa was chosen. Attention remains fixed on process, access, control. Humanity finally makes first contact and immediately tries to manage it. Not because the visitors are hostile,
because they skipped the seating arrangement. The universe did not ignore humanity. Humanity simply wasn't the center of the conversation. We leave you to ponder and ask introspective questions. What would happen if this were true? What if the scariest thing about aliens is how predictable we are? Until next time, keep pondering, keep wondering. Like and follow Stories to Tell After Dark.